Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Sunday morning. Model cars and coffee. Shout outs to Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. How's everybody doing? So check it out. I got a model right in front of me that I'm very excited to share with you guys because I just got it done. This was one that took some months for me to finish, and now it's done. It's here. Now it's time to move on to another model, another chapter, and I'm going to be showing you guys here in just a bit what I finished. So let me sip a little bit of my coffee real quick. All right, cool. And let's get situated right here. So this right here, right in front of me, this is the Nissan Laurel. This is a Fujimi model kit, 1/24 scale. And this kit right here is painted by using House of Color paint. Also the chrome, the trimmings that you see there, that's all Hasegawa mirror finish. And with this build, this is something that I wanted to just build, out of box. All the parts, everything that comes in the kit is what was used on this build. And it was a bit challenging for myself because for the most part, I love to customize. I love to get rid of things, sand stuff off, bring in some new things into the build. And also wheels, all that good stuff. But this kit was one I wanted to have fun with. I was like, okay, let me try something different. Let me just try to build this straight out of box. Let me challenge myself, fight myself to be like, nope, don't do that. Don't add this, don't add that. And I did some live sessions with this build, and I would get, friends in the chat recommending, oh, why don't you add this or that? As far as wheels, exhaust, and all that good stuff, but I was still very like, oh man, I wish I could, but I kind of want to go this route, just to see how it goes. As far as the kit, there's not a lot of parts. It's a very minimal kit. So it's a fun one. It's one that, you don't need a whole lot of parts to put together. It is a curbside for sure. I'll show you guys the bottom chassis in a bit. As far as, like I said, the paint, House of Color, I ended up using Tamiya primer to pretty much seal up the whole body. And then I followed it up with some Orion Silver Max from House of Color. I then used the Oriental Blue candy to candy the whole car. I used Iwata HPTH pistol grip airbrush with the fan tip. The thing I like about the fan tip is that it shoots about like a 1 to 2 inch fan. So as you're doing your passes, you get some really good coverage on the model throughout the body. You don't have to worry about risking getting tiger striping with candy. So you can really layer some nice layers of candy starting from the bottom, working your way up, and then, flipping the body and all that. Once that was done, I waited some days for everything to gas out. And then I went over with House of Color Show Clear on the model. I did 3 coats, but I didn't go too heavy on it. On the sides, you could see right there, like just a little bit of orange peel, not too bad. But also, it's not really like a show car, nothing too crazy. I did add a little more clear, I'd say, on the roof. Just because I know a lot of the times, when we bring these out to a show, you're kind of, hunching over, like looking at the model. So I know that the eyes are going to be gravitating to that. The lights, everything's going to be pointed at that. So I was like, let me just add a little more on there. Once all that was done, I just went ahead and started to, just wet sand the body, cut and buff. I didn't need to re-clear it anymore. Like that was pretty much it right there. Just sanding it down, getting it nice and smooth. And as you can see right here, there's a little decal I put right up there, right? That one, in the instructions, they tell you, oh, put it on the side or whatever, right? You can put it anywhere you want. The reason why I put that there is the glass had a scratch, a pretty deep scratch that I just knew I was never going to get rid of, right? And it was going to stand out. So I said, hey, you know what? Why not put it up there? Like, why not? I wanted to use the decals, and we went ahead and went for it. But everything on here, all the chrome, it's all mirror finish. All these side trim pieces that you see there. We do carry it, you know, on our website and stuff. Right now I'm out of it, but I'm going to be getting more of it in case, you know, people ask or whatever regarding like what am I using. It's not bare metal foil. It's just another alternative to bare metal foil. Very easy to work with. And I just love using that right there. There's also different finishes in black, red, clear red, like the orange, you know, the turn signals, those are actually used with the clear orange. I'll show you guys, let's see here, right there. That's not painted, that's just the clear orange right there. And I'll show you the rear in a bit once it rotates a little bit faster, sorry. All right, so right here, the rear tail light / brake light, that's also the clear red Hasegawa finish that is just applied right there. Cut to shape. We'll get another close up right here once it gets to the other side. Right here, it's coming up. But man, I had fun with this one right here. Very excited. You know, now it's time to move on to the next builds right there, and you know, we'll see what we go from there. But hey guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoy this segment. I know I'm having a lot of fun doing these, you know, Sunday morning model cars and coffee. Shout outs to Paul. You know, thank you very much for this mug, which I love. Also the shop card. Man, I still kept it in this plastic, you know. It's funny, I keep forgetting I need to turn off the green screen. The model car is in green. So right now on this camera, it looks kind of funny, right? Because it's enabled. But over here, in this view, look, beautiful card right here. So shout outs to Paul, Lev Coast Model Car Builds. Shout outs to him and his family right there. And everybody else who also does the Sunday morning Model Cars and Coffee. Everybody, shout outs to you guys. You know, keep building, take care of yourselves, and we'll keep seeing you on more future videos. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good one. Later.